What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. So I'm just going to cover Xdc for you again today, and basically just go over this bit of a market structure that we can see here. What we'll do is, though, we'll just go back in time a little bit, and if we have a look here, so I have mentioned this in my other Xdc videos, but we have bounced off this level of support here, which you can see, and we have bounced off it, and we did have this double bottom. Then we had that strong volume coming back in from this level. You can see that in that daily candle. Then we sort of consolidated there for a bit. But what's happened now is that we have broke out of this lower high. So just skip down to 4-hour time frame now. So in this downtrend that we had, this was the lower high before we put in the lower low. And then this is that area of consolidation. You can see there that we failed a couple more times, 3 more times before having this breakout. So once we broke out, we did rally, and we continued up, and we had that good run up. But of course, we've pulled back. But what I wanted to show you now is just basically, like, if you're looking for these reversal patterns within a trending market, you can scale down onto your lower time frame. So if this was that big push up, and this was the retracement, you can see there. Now this is on the 1-hour time frame, just so you know. You can see there we had that double bottom. So at first we had that lower low put in, and we come back, and then we bounced off that level again. And what's happened is same sort of principles I just showed you on the 4-hour time frame. If this was the downtrend, we've come down, we've had the double bottom, and then prices broke out with this lower high here. And you see we broke out there, and we've had that retest. You can see all those bullish candles with the wick rejections there, and then we've had that continuation up. So once we broke this lower high, we then had that continuation. This happens a lot within the markets, and if you go back and you have a look for yourself, you'll see that it's very common, whether that be a crypto market or the FX market, and especially when you have like these double bottoms, because a double bottom is a well-known reversal pattern. So look, I'll just put this on here. So this was like the downtrend. This is basically your exhaustion phase in this uptrend. Okay, it does happen a lot, that. So you have the big push up, and then the price will exhaust for a little bit, and basically just gives it a bit of relief. And then, of course, then you have the reversal, and the directional bias then flips back to bullish on like the lower time and the higher time frames. So if you see there now, we've had this big push up from once we've had this breakout of this lower high again and double bottom. We are pushing up, but we are sort of pulling back a little bit here. So the next sort of areas that we could be pulling back into could be this little area of support that we've got here. Now this is a little bit rough, it's not great, but this obviously should act as a bit of support. Now I'm not saying that it will hold, because we could continue to come down all the way back into this area, and even this area, because we did break out and we never pulled back into this area here. So I'm interested to see what happens, and I will be keeping an eye on it. But up to now, all being well, we will hold some support somewhere along this level, whether it be here, or here, and then we can then get those continuations back up, and that will be, for me, that will be my target up to there. And then once I start getting back into that sort of area up here, that's when it'll start to get interesting, because then we can start targeting these higher levels like this, for example. And say we did have this break, say if price pushes back into this area here, from here, say this area for example, so you'll be pushing in, you'll be meeting a bit of resistance most likely at this area here, and then I'll sort of be looking for that break and the retest. So if you had that break, and then you get the retest potentially, or you could just potentially break out like that, and once you broke that level, then you could just go straight up to where, so you could catch yourself a nice little trade from, like, what is it, a 10% move, which isn't too bad. If you just keep catching 10% moves here and there, you can sort of do all right for yourself. Now I'm not saying you should do that, and you have got to be careful, because you can lose money doing it. But if you teach yourself the knowledge and how to trade these markets by just buying in and catching these little 10% moves, and then sort of moving on or whatever, that's basically what I'm doing. And it does work for me. So I just thought I'd sort of share that with you. But it's looking pretty good for XDC overall, and I'm keeping an eye on it. And like I say, I'll be looking for some kind of support to hold now within this sort of area. if this does sort of fail, then I'm thinking we're definitely going to come back to it, and then I'll be looking for those next setups sort of from there if we can go long. That's it. I will keep you posted in the next day or so with XDC, potentially even tomorrow if we have some good price movement. See what Bitcoin does over tonight into tomorrow. That's it though, everyone. Thanks for watching as always. Stay tuned for more videos to come, not just on XDC but on a few other cryptos. I like to cover quant and stuff like that. So if you are interested in those cryptos, just have a look on my channel. You'll see that I'm posted about them quite regularly. That's it though. Thanks for watching, everyone, as always. Stay tuned, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers. Bye bye.